How to build this mindset the effortless way, aka stop playing with yourself and start living like an it girl who just stays effortlessly. If you ever catch yourself saying, oh, I really just need to get back on track, that's your first mistake. Girls don't get back on track. They don't. There is no track. There's just standard. And the standard, baby, it's high. So let's get into it. Here's how to stop thinking about losing weight and just becoming the girl who stays effortlessly slim. And step one, the harsh truth, baby. If you think starting Monday means anything, you're already losing. It girls don't start, they just are. They don't wake up and decide if they are going to eat clean, move, drink tea, and stay in control. They just do. And they don't treat their body like a project. They treat it like an investment, and that's why they win. Step two, hunger is not a crisis. Girls don't fear hunger. They don't get shaky, weak, or desperate at the thought of an empty stomach because they understand hunger is not an emergency. It's not something that you fix with a protein bar or have something in your bag at all times just in case of an emergency, like a Girl Scout on survival mode. Hunger is a symbol. It means that your metabolism is working and it means that you're losing weight. You have to feel hungry in order to wake up a smaller size. Hungry to bed, hungry to rise makes a girl a smaller size. Your body is using its energy. It is in control. Desperate energy around food, never. We eat when we choose to, not when some protein bar or emergency or craving demands it. Step three, a high value girl is never seen stress eating in her car, shoving fries in her mouth at a red light like a raccoon, mindlessly snacking, standing up in front of her fridge like she's in trance, hoarding snacks in her bag like she's on a long haul flight. You're not in survival mode, finishing her plate just because it's there. This is not how it girls eat. Step four is girls romanticize how they eat. They plate their food because eating straight from the package, it's chaotic energy. They sit down to eat because standing and munching is for people with no standards. They sip their tea because hydration over desperation. They take small, pretty bites because shoveling food is never the move. There is never anything desperate about the way they eat, ever. Every meal is an event, not an emergency. Step five, move like you're already hurt. Check your reflection, stand taller, hold your tea with elegance like you're someone who just gets it. Your posture, your walk, it all matters. Effortless, pretty steps. Pilates to sculpt you. We're never bulking here. If you're trying to bulk, wrong channel. Tea or water or electrolytes in hand, always. And no, this is not about burning calories. It's just about moving like a girl who stays slim effortlessly. Step six is to cut the low value habits. Mindlessly snacking, not in this tax bracket. Eating just because it's time, that's for amateurs. Sloppy, inconsistent habits, no thanks, we have standards. A high value girl is never ever seen caught red-handed eating bored because she has nothing else better to do. That's sad. She never eats because she needs something to do. She finds a hobby. Saying, but I deserve a treat is like a toddler who finishes her chores or a dog. Mindlessly grazing on snacks is giving farm animal, not chic cool girl like babe. It's giving farm animal. In it girl, it's exclusive. We think of our body like real estate. We don't just fill it with junk. My energy is luxury level. My habits are high value. Only the best make the cut. I don't do low vibe eating ever. I don't waste my time on the same cycle of bad choices. And that's why we never have to start over. We don't waste our time. We don't repeat the cycle that's toxic. No. Step seven is my nighttime routine is seriously make or break, and so is the it girl. Girls are not up at 1 a.m. on the regular. I'm not saying we live a boring life, but every single night, no ma'am. But especially at 1 a.m., we are not scrolling TikTok. We are not ordering Uber Eats, and we are most definitely not stress eating at midnight. If we are up at 1 a.m., we are either at a cool event, a fashion show, something fun and cool and elevated. Definitely not eating. We respect our bodies. We go to sleep early most days by 10 or 11, and we like waking up lean. We also have a nighttime routine that doesn't involve food. We wake up light, tight, and right. Literally, sleep can control your hunger and your cravings. Just getting 8 hours. It's so easy. Sleep makes you. Nighttime is for beauty, restoration, and waking up snatched and de-bloated. Step 8, the effortless formula. There's no overthinking. There's no getting back on track. There's just this. Keep food light and fresh. Think Parisian, not American. Definitely don't think American. Think of any other country. Move daily because it feels hot not because you have to. Never eat in zombie mode. Keep a high value, high energy routine. Drink tea, stay chic, and never overthink it. This is not a diet. This is not a phase. This is just how we girls live. So I'm going to give you one last final it girl living effortlessly mind check. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need another plan. You just need to start acting like it girl you are. No struggle, no stress, no over efforting, just expensive high value energy, because for us it's just natural. The power of walking, how steps change your body, why you're not as you could be. If you're wondering why your body isn't there yet, the first thing I want you to do is to look at your step count, not 3K lazy steps, not, oh, well, I walked around Target, so that counts, not a 20-minute little stroll around the block before you sit for 12 hours all day. 10K steps minimum every single day. Because the reality is, girls walk. Expensive girls walk. Models walk. They live in steps. Same with Europeans. And if you're skipping your steps, you're making weight loss a lot harder than it needs to be. So let's get into how weight loss is so effortless. And walking is one of the most underrated, effortless ways of weight loss, and a non-negotiable way to keep you slim. Literally living in New York makes it so much easier for me to get steps. Whenever I travel, I still hit 10,000 steps a day because I get it done in my routine. It's a lot harder because it's so cold outside. No, I force myself to get up and go walk even when it's negative degrees. You know, a hack that I do is I just buy myself a gym membership that is seriously 400 feet away from my apartment. So I run there and it's like cryotherapy for 3 minutes and I go take myself on the treadmill. It's not that hard. I run out of my apartment, take myself for a walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes, an hour, however long it takes for my 10,000 steps. You know, I pay for everything myself. So by saying, oh, well, that's expensive, there are gym memberships that are $25, $50. It doesn't have to be an Equinox. It doesn't have to be an expensive gym. I'm not a member of Equinox. It's so expensive. So find somewhere with a treadmill. I don't care how cold it is, and take yourself and go on a walk. So step one on why you're not lean yet, you need more steps. The first problem is you're too sedentary, or you think a few short workouts like a 10-minute toning workout or your 45-minute Pilates or your 45-minute hot yoga can just cancel out sitting the whole day. If you're eating like someone who walks and doesn't, if you look at every nutritional information label, it says 10,000 steps a day. It literally says, like, that's the bare minimum. That's for average people. I don't even aim for 10,000 steps. I aim for like 12 or 15. So if you're serious about leaning out but under 10,000 steps, that's a you problem, and you're seriously playing yourself. Step two is steps are the girl secret. No stress, no effort, just simple, plain results. Walking slims your waist. Walking also lowers your cortisol. Lower cortisol equals less belly fat. It also leans out your legs. It makes them long, lean, which is feminine. It doesn't make them stocky or bulky. It also gives them a lean muscle definition because walking still does help with muscle maintaining. It burns fat all day long. And guess what? It does it without making you hungrier. Sometimes after a HIIT workout and all of this, it burns calories during the workout, but not much after. So you are a lot hungrier. Where walking, you burn more calories throughout the day and it doesn't make you hungrier. If anything, it makes your appetite normal and more regulated. Honestly, whenever I feel like emotional eating, I just go on a walk. Whenever I feel like snacking, I go on a walk. It makes me not want to overeat. It makes me not want to just snack. It's the best thing. Walking makes me less hungry. And the best part is you don't even notice you do it. It's so easy. I could walk for hours when I'm on the phone with my mom, when I'm on the phone with my friends, when I'm watching a YouTube video, when I'm listening to a podcast, when I'm just walking in New York. It just goes by super quick. Also, walking is literally free, so you can't say it's too expensive or you can't afford it. Step three is stop looking for shortcuts. Literally, if you play the victim, and you're never going to get the first part of seriously getting stop playing the victim and stop being a negative woe is me person. Stop saying you don't have time to walk. If you have time to scroll, you have time to walk. Stop saying, oh, but I want to work out, I don't have time to work out. Cool, you can walk, but still, if you're sitting for 10 hours a day, your body still is sedentary. So you need to just 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes at night. Trust me, I lost all my weight working 9 to 5. Or if you'll say, I'll just eat less instead. You can eat less, that's fine, but that doesn't give you an excuse to not walk. You still need to walk. Not walking is seriously slowing your metabolism. You can't cheat the formula. Weight loss is seriously a cheat code into fat loss. And if you're not doing it, you're making weight loss way harder and way more miserable than it needs to be. Step 4. Okay, Liv, I get it, but what will happen when I walk 10,000 steps a day? I personally think your waist gets smaller, so your cortisol and stress dips down, so it snatches your belly, because cortisol is what kind of causes a lot of belly weight gain and belly blow and fat there. So that kind of disappears, as well as I find whenever you walk, you handle situations better and impulses. So it gets rid of that emotional eating. You handle stress throughout the day. Walking sculpts and tones your calves and thighs effortlessly. I was a soccer player, so I used to have big thunder thighs, and walking really leaned out my legs. More steps equals higher metabolism, because more energy is burned throughout the day. Food obsession disappears. Less stress equals fewer cravings. You literally also just look better. Posture, energy, everything shifts. It's the most underrated glow up literally ever. Step 5, how to hit your step goals with no excuses. Like I said, morning hot girl walk, 15, 20, 30 minutes in the morning. Sunglasses, headphones, main character energy. I also have a little Amazon storefront, and I have a section under there that says hot girl walk essentials that make it more fun. Literally listen to me while you're walking. I edit all my YouTube videos on the treadmill. Pace well on calls. Literally, it's just better. You sound richer and walk everywhere. I know if you're not in New York, you can't almost do this, but just park further. Take the long way. Move like you have places to be. Put on a good playlist and get lost with it. You're gonna put on a good playlist and you're gonna get lost in it. Suddenly, 10,000 steps. It's nothing. Make walking a daily habit, not a workout. You don't need motivation. You just need to start moving. Step 6, I want to get into walking versus other workouts. So personally, for me, running bulks up my thighs, especially sprinting. It also makes me hungrier. Why would I run 6 miles just to eat like a linebacker? Doesn't make sense for me. That's why I prefer walking for my body type. HIIT is a short-term workout, and it gave me long-term puffiness. Whenever I got up and I did HIIT workouts, I was 25 pounds heavier. So I personally am not a HIIT girl. It gives me a long time puffiness, and who wants that? Walking is like the best. It keeps your appetite under control. It tones you, it burns fat, it keeps your metabolism happy and burning more calories. Personally, I've never seen a Victoria's Secret model sprinting as hard as she could on a treadmill. I've seen her jogging, I've seen her walking. It just better long-term results. And now I feel like the ones I follow talk about the benefits of walking and Pilates and low impact weights. So I trust them. I trust the angels for sure. Walking makes you so effortlessly and snatched. You don't see them huffing and puffing. You don't see me out of breath. You don't see me sweating off all of my makeup and all of this stuff. Like, I can walk in this gorgeous gown. I can walk in my 9 to 5 gear. I can walk in heels. I mean, you always can be walking no matter the occasion. The best part is you can walk in sweats, going out outfits, workout sets. You're not going to be red-faced and drenched in sweat and hungry after a long walk. You aren't, unless you're like going 100 miles an hour. But I'm just saying, you can just walk. It's not that hard. No matter what you're doing, it's the best. Just remember, you're getting sexier and hotter with every step you take, and walking is just powerful. It's a power hot it girl move for sure. The best part is it works without making you feel like you're doing anything. It's such a life hack. 8, track your step. You can use an Oura ring, you can use a Step Up, you can use Charlie, you can use any app, health app on your iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, I'm sure Android and Samsung has some sort of Step Up app. I don't know, but track it, because what gets tracked, guess what? It will remind you, babe, you're at 5,000 steps and you need to up it. Next up, romanticize it. Walk like you're on a runway. Walk like you're on a movie set. Walk like you own the place. I don't know, whatever gets you hyped, walk that way. Here are some signs that I realized I needed to walk more. The first one was I woke up bloated. Stepping it out moves everything. It's the best free lymphatic drainage massage. I don't really get lymphatic drainage massage because I don't need it. I walk. It literally just sweats out. It gets things moving. It's the best lymphatic drainage massage for you. It's incredible. If you feel soft instead of lean, or your appetite is just all over the place, signs you need to walk more. If you're always just overthinking food instead of eating and moving on, you need to walk more. If you're waiting for weight loss to click instead of just doing what works, you need to walk more. Walking fixes all this. Last thing, what did we take away from this lesson, ladies? Guess what? If you're not walking, you're making weight loss harder than it needs to be. And if you're not walking, you're literally leaving results on the table. You're gaining 10 pounds by not walking, babe. You're gaining. Walking is what the girls do to stay slim. It's what models do. It's what I do. And it's what you now do. Because for us, it's just how we live. What are some effortless ways to eat less without noticing? I'm going to be talking to you like a bestie. If you get offended, move on, because I'm going to be teaching you how to stop eating like a peasant and start eating like an it girl. If you're triggered easily, I'll wait 3 seconds for you to go. Let's just start with the obvious, okay? If you're not yet and you're wondering what you're doing wrong, you're eating too much. That's all. Why are you eating too much? Let me tell you. You're not eating too much because you're always hungry, okay? That's not the reason. You're not eating too much because you actually need to. You're eating too much because you're eating like a peasant, not like a it girl. And no, I'm not telling you to starve. Girls don't starve. We just eat differently. We eat less without even noticing. And you can too. Step 1, plate it, babe. If you're eating out of a bag, a main plate, a box, anything, but not out of a side plate, you're already setting yourself up for failure by eating out of the container. Plate it. Get portion control plates, okay? Do something. Put it on a paper towel. Don't ever eat off the plate ever. It's a no-no. That's making it way harder than it needs to be. Okay, you're already losing, and we don't lose. Many girls don't lose. Use a small, pretty plate. Arrange your plate like a luxury dining experience. Think of Nobu. How would they design their plate? What else? Think of Fort Charles. Think of your favorite luxury dining restaurant. This isn't the Cheesecake Factory. This isn't mega portions. This is luxury life. And let me be very clear. There is no seconds. We eat what's on our plate and we sit. You think girls eating out of chip bags know when to stop? They don't, babe. Girls control their portions because we control our lives. Step 2, eat slower, look hotter. Okay, we're not inhaling our food like it's the last meal on planet Earth. We're not doing that. We're still gonna be there tomorrow, babe. So if you're inhaling every meal like it's your last meal, fix it. Put the fork down in between meals, sip tea, and chill. When you are sipping your tea, take a moment and act like you have standards, please. Small, elegant bites, like you're at a Michelin star restaurant or you're sitting across from a really hot, sexy man or woman. I don't judge. If you eat like you have nothing to do, nowhere to be, guess what? You're gonna look sloppy and gross. If you don't eat like you have elegance, then you're gonna be a big slob kebab, and you don't want to look like it. Even when you're a mess, you want to look like you're not a mess. You know this saying, what you eat in private, you wear in public? That's so true, because your body reflects what you do. If you don't eat like elegance, you're not gonna look elegant. You're gonna look frumpy. And who wants to look frumpy? Not me. Eat like an it girl. Step 3, the 80% rule. You know that moment you feel satisfied but feel like you can just keep going and keep eating? That's when you stop, babe. No just one more bite when you're already good. No finishing your plate because you don't want to waste it. No eating until you feel stuffed, ever. Girls know when to stop because they respect their body. And no, just one more bite isn't cute. It's amateur behavior. Step 4, stop obsessing over food. Expensive, high-value women aren't sitting thinking about food all day, every day. No eating out of boredom. No making food the exciting part of your day. Girls eat light effortlessly and then they move on. If you're constantly needing a snack, ask yourself, do I need food or do I need to get a light? Step 5, distract your mouth. If you're always looking for something to put in your mouth and snack on, you don't need food. You need to chew gum, drink water, suck on ice cubes, suck on a mint, sip on hot tea. Just keep your mouth busy, but not with food. Bored eating is not in this tax bracket. Step 6, drink first, decide later. Always drink a full glass of water before eating. Sip hot tea and wait 10 minutes. See if you still want food. Keep your body hydrated. Fewer fake cravings. If you're constantly hungry, try hydrating your body before stuffing it. Step 7, make your food an event not a mess. If you're eating in your bed, a car, or hunched over, fix it, babe. Sit down like a lady. Set the vibe. Play some romantic, sexy music. Set up some tea. Set up a cute little table. No distraction. Make it look pretty because sloppy eating is desperate energy. Expensive women eat with class. So should you. Eating like a college freshman, that energy isn't welcome here. Step 8, the non-negotiable rules. Eat like you're expensive. Move like you already have the body you want. Stop treating like food is the entertainment. Sip your tea, act chic, and never overthink it. Again, if you want to eat like a skinny girl, act like one. These are the signs that you're eating too much. If you always wake up bloated, you feel soft instead of lean, you think about food constantly, you snack out of boredom, not hunger, you eat like one more bite won't ruin everything. You don't need a new plan. You just need to stop eating like you're a peasant. Step 10, final it girl energy check. Girls don't struggle with food. They eat what they need and then they move on. They don't eat in trance standing in front of the fridge like a little lost soul puppy. They eat lightly, slowly, elegantly. No tracking, no overthinking, just effortless control. Because for us, this is just how we live. Now, again, if you're offended by me saying stop eating like a peasant, it's true. It's all about a mindset, okay? I save so much food acting like an elegant lady than I did when I was eating like a peasant, because guess what? A Happy Meal at McDonald's is adding up, DoorDash adding up, Chick-fil-A, fast food orders adding up, and it's just sad to see. Acting elegant seriously saves yourself, and I've started acting elegant in all aspects of my life. For example, this is actually really funny. So, not funny actually. So, I don't track Reddit and I never bring it up, but I have a few people on my team who send me certain Reddit posts. And for Valentine's Day, I got woken up with a croissant and a green tea by my boyfriend in bed. And right now in New York, it's really sad because you do see a good amount of homeless people. So on my way to Pilates, I was drinking my green tea my boyfriend gave me, and I saw a homeless guy and it was freezing out. And I was like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. So I gave him my untouched croissant, and it's from Mazadal. It's like the best fresh baked croissant in the city. It's a French bakery. A woman owns it. It's so cute. And the husband is her biggest supporter. He's like, my wife makes the best homemade French croissants. They're insane. And I was like, I don't need this. I'm going to give it to a homeless person. Not thinking any thoughts of it. Like, I don't want this croissant because of calories. I don't want it. I generally just wanted my protein shake. So I shared with my subscribers, hi, like I got offered a croissant and I'm giving it to a homeless guy. And something on the side is I do try to give back. I just don't think it's something that people need to portray on the internet all the time. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, seeing influencers post about how much charity work they're doing. I don't think that you need to broadcast it to anyone. Okay, I think you should do it out of the goodness of your heart. Anyway, that's a different topic, going on a tangent. I put it, and someone on my team sent me like, Liv, what is this? And basically a Reddit person posted, Liv Schmidt is so deep into her eat that she won't even eat a croissant, and pretty much misconstrued the whole entire situation. It got hundreds of views in a few minutes. It doesn't really bother me because I kind of let them, as Mel Robbins would say, kind of let the media portray a different side of me. I don't really care as long as I know, my subscribers know. And so what did I do? I posted in the group chat and I was like, hi guys, like, just so you know, if you want to give your food to a homeless person, that isn't a sign of an ED, because this Reddit guy also was like, she won't even eat a croissant, she's pushing food onto other people, yada yada yada. Basically made it seem like giving my croissant to a homeless person was an ED. That's something I don't stand for. I want to come on here again and say I take the ED accusations very, very seriously. I've never had one and I don't know what that's like, but I have had multiple girls that I know have had one, and that's a serious struggle. But giving a croissant or giving your food to homeless people does not mean you have an eating disorder. I just want to clear that up. So what did I do? And the next day I went and I bought 20 croissants and I gave it to homeless people. There's a few in the train station underneath me, and I just gave them all to them in honor of that Reddit username. So I just want to remind you guys, it's crazy because some of the things I do. Moral of the story was I'm not obsessed with food. I wasn't even thinking giving my croissant to a homeless person is a sign of an eat. I generally didn't want it. I didn't want it. And personally, instead of saving something or throwing away something I don't want, it's good to give away food, especially untouched and an amazing croissant. And honestly, that homeless guy was like, thank you, this made my day. And it was Valentine's Day. And I didn't even think much of it. Honestly, if I even wanted the croissant, I would have given it away because they need it more than I do. This is a reminder just to, if you have the means, if you have the support, literally help someone out, especially homeless people. They deserve food. They deserve to eat. That just is an example of how misconstrued things can get out of hand. Then it just spiraled this whole more messages of hate and comments on my Instagram when I was just trying to seriously do a kind gesture. That's honestly why I don't post much about what I do and acts of kindness, because I was like, oh, I just thought it would be nice to be like, if you see a homeless person today and you have the means, give them food, give them a little Valentine's Day love. And people portrayed that I have an eating disorder and that I won't eat a croissant. Anyway, this was just like a little off tangent, but when you're so not focused on food, I think a lot of people can't comprehend that you don't want to eat a croissant. But the reason you don't want to is because you eat what you want all the time. And a protein shake honestly feels better, in my opinion, that I want and I crave more than any croissant will. On today's episode of Super Size versus Super Skinny, we are going to be talking about America's portion sizes, okay? Notice how a French croissant, this is a normal French croissant. America markets this as cute, micro, mini. This right here is still 150, 200 calories. This is a normal calorie croissant. This is a normal portion for France. Do you ever notice how everything in Europe is normal size and America loves to oversize everything, including your waistline? A French croissant, normal, cute, 150 calories. America, they act like this is nothing. Like they act like this is a bite-sized croissant. This is an American croissant, the size of your head. This is a normal croissant. This is probably 400, 500, even 600 calories. I have no clue. This is why I do not count calories, I count portions, because some of you guys are eating this, but logging a 200 calorie croissant. This is a 200 calorie croissant. People will be like, Liv, I have a croissant for breakfast, okay? Send me a picture. Let me see, because if it's this is 200 calories, okay? But you guys are eating this and being like, oh, MyFitnessPal, 200 calories. No. Why I don't count calories, why I count portions, because look how big our portions are in the US, and people will log this and be like, croissant, 200 calories. Oh, I don't know why I'm losing weight. I have a cupcake and my calorie goals, but the cupcake is a huge monster cupcake. Our portions are huge. If you think this is a little 200 calorie croissant, I don't know what to tell you. It's not. It is not. This is literally like 3 or 4 croissants. Just so you know, Paris, European, America. Oh, why can't I go to Europe and lose weight? Yes, they might have different ingredients, but the main thing is the portion sizes, okay? The portion sizes are a lot smaller. If you guys are OGs, you remember me doing this and posting this video a while ago on my TikTok, but just a reminder, hello. Portion control here. Don't eat a croissant the size of your head and say it's 150 calories. Don't log it. This is like 500, 600, whatever calories, okay? Again, I'm a big portion person. You can have this in moderation. This, you eat a whole croissant a day, huge. You're gonna have a few bites of this, you're fine. That, ladies, are croissant lessons of the day. A little portion illusion for you. 2 different things, 2 different results. Thank you for coming to my science little class today. Kisses, act smart. 6 reasons you can't lose the last 5 to 10 pounds and are still stuck. Nothing is more frustrating than being almost where you need to be, because when you have 30 pounds to lose, you can still be a little sloppy and see progress. When you have 5 pounds to lose, though, every single mistake you make keeps you stuck. And let's be real, those last 5 to 10 pounds, that's what separates you from looking good to looking insane. You know it, I know it. But for some reason, everywhere else on the internet, you're not allowed to talk about it. So let me make this clear. This is why I created my community. So you can say, I want to lose 5 to 10 pounds and not get attacked for it. Because you're allowed to want to look better on this page. You are allowed to say, I want to feel insane in my body. And I'm not here to coddle you. I'm here to help you fix it and get results. Reason number 1 is you're already lean, so every single mistake you make matters. You know how to eat healthy. You know how to train. That's exactly exactly why you're stuck. At this level, you don't get the luxury of mistakes. You think you're perfect, but you eat healthy, but your portions are off. What I mean by that is you're eating too much. You're overeating healthy food because you still can overeat healthy food. Healthy food doesn't mean no calorie. Healthy food does not mean low calorie. You train hard, but your workouts aren't effective. Walking slims you down. If you just work out hard for 30 minutes, but you're not walking, but you're not doing some low impact, you may not see the results you want. Or you swear you're doing everything right, but you're blindly maintaining without making actual progress. And the most frustrating part, you have no clue what you're doing wrong. So you blame PCOS, you blame your metabolism. I'm just meant to be stuck at this weight. I'm just meant to be here. This is where my body wants. No, it doesn't, babe. Reason number 2 is you keep panicking and doing dumb things. You get desperate. You slash your calories. You cut carbs. You try that juice cleanse your friend swears by. And maybe, if you're lucky, you drop 2 pounds of water weight. Maybe your stomach looks flatter in 48 hours. Then you eat one normal meal and suddenly your stomach is back. Your face is puffy and you feel disgusting. That's why I don't do meal plans. If you can't go out to dinner, travel, or just exist like a normal person without gaining the weight back, what's the point? No one wants to be the girl at brunch dissecting her egg white omelet while everyone else is eating pancakes. No one wants to be that girl or wondering, oh, did they cook this in oil? Can I have everything on the side? No, you can do that if you like that, and you can have an egg white omelet if you want that, but you also can have a few bites of pancakes. Reason number 3 is you're over exercising and it's making you look worse. Pilates was working, so you added more. Then you swap Pilates for HIIT because you think you need to be sweating to get leaner. Now you're starving, exhausted, irritable, and still you're not seeing results. And the worst part, your body isn't looking better. If anything, it's looking softer and worse. Overtraining jacks up your hunger, slows your metabolism, and keeps your body holding on to weight. Meanwhile, I'm doing less and getting leaner. Do you see the problem? Reason number 4 is no one takes you seriously, and it's infuriating. You want to vent to your friends and say, oh, I just want to lose 5 pounds. And what do they say? You're being crazy. You already look so good. You don't need to lose more. Stop being so hard on yourself. Just be happy where you are. Maybe your body is meant to be that way. So basically, they're telling you to shut up and settle, right? Does that sound like a real friend? No. Let me tell you here. When a guy wants to gain 10 pounds of muscle, no one tells him, just be happy with your body. But when you want to get leaner, you're obsessed, right? You're narcissistic, right? You're unhealthy, right? You have an eating disorder, right? You're doing too much. If you have to do that much, your body is not meant to be skinny. Let me tell you, babe, it's 2025. You're allowed to want to look better. You know what the problem is? It's that everyone else around you has low standards and you're the only one that has high standards, and set yourself up for success. I could go on a tangent for this one, so let's keep it moving. Reason number 5, you gaslight yourself into staying stuck. After hearing all that, you believe them. Maybe I am being dramatic. Maybe I should just accept it. Maybe my body does not want to let go of these last 5 pounds. And then you go and get dressed, and your jeans are still slightly tight. Nothing fits you as it should. You look at yourself in a picture and you think, wow, this isn't my best. You don't feel disgusting, but you don't feel like you look insane, and you want to feel like you look insane. And that's when it hits. You've spent years telling yourself it's not that bad, but fine isn't good enough. You don't want to be fine, you want to be hot. Funny enough, my mom actually banned the word fine in our house growing up. She hated the word fine because to her, fine was just another way of saying I'm not happy, but I'm pretending like I am. Reason number 6, okay? You have no accountability, and it's keeping you stuck. If you could do this alone, you would have by now. But every time you try, something stops you. A bad weekend, a stressful week, a little voice in your head saying, it's not that bad. And suddenly another year goes by and you're still stuck. Still overthinking, still fine. This is exactly why I created my community. Because when you have someone keeping you accountable, when you stop guessing and just start following the steps, you get leaner in weeks, not years. The last 5 to 10 pounds are the hardest to lose, but they make the biggest difference. That's why you can't just guess your way there. Are you finally ready to fix it? If you are, drop a comment. Say, I'll be there. I'll join your little community. Let's go. And I bet you will drop those last 5 to 10 pounds. 5 skinny secrets to finally lose those last 5 to 10 pounds. No fluff, no BS. What happens when you're stuck at the same weight and over it? 1, stop thinking healthy equals lean. Eating healthy doesn't mean eating low calorie. And it definitely doesn't mean you're eating to get lean. Avocado toast, high calorie. Almond butter, high calorie. Smoothies, They can easily be 700 calorie meal. The one from Pure Vita, the mint smoothie, is literally, I think, 700 calories. I think the lowest one on their menu is like 600. Healthy is not the same as lean. And low calorie is still calories. If you're eating too much, you're staying the same. This is why I track portions, not because I'm obsessed, but because I'm not about to let a couple of healthy snacks keep me from waking up skinnier. 2, walk more, train smarter, stop eating like a linebacker. Overtraining is not your friend. If you're already lean and you're still stuck, more workouts aren't the answer. You know what is? More steps is your answer. If you add in that 10,000 steps a day, it will just give you that metabolism boost and more calorie burned. Stressing your body with HIIT is just to know you're going to turn into a water puffer fish. And let's be real, if you're working out just to justify eating more, what's the point? You don't deserve extra food just because you worked out. You're not a college football player. You're not an athlete. If the goal is to get lean, eat for your goal, okay? Listen, exercise and food are two separate things. You shouldn't be like, well, I just worked out. I just hit 10,000 steps, so I need a little snacky. I need to eat more because I worked out. No, exercise and food are two separate things. Think of them separately. I don't consider working out. I consider that things for my mind, moving my body. But if you work out for more food, they just shouldn't correlate. Like, point blank period. Food and exercise shouldn't correlate to eating more. And if you are working out to eating more, you're literally biting yourself in the ass. Thank you. 3, you're a weekend sabotager. Monday through Friday, you're perfect. Then the weekend hits and you have a couple of drinks, but they're low calorie. Loosen up a bit because you barely ate all day. So now you can have burger and fries. Snack at night because you earned it. You were so good all week. And suddenly you undo the whole entire week. This is why the girls in my skinny group community actually get lean, because they stop ruining their progress every weekend and wake up skinnier by Monday instead. Thank you. 4th, you're eating too heavy at night. If you go to bed feeling stuffed, you're waking up bloated. And I know you hate waking up bloated. I always go for lighter dinners when I can, sometimes living in New York. Tomorrow, I'm going out for my best friend's birthday. It's a 10 p.m. dinner. Who cares? But guess what? I aim for more protein at dinner. I always go for tea or hydration instead of late night snacking. And another thing is stop eating because you're bored. It's not about starving. It's not about waking up regretting what you ate at 10 p.m. And you don't want to be the person waking up at 10 a.m. regretting what you ate yesterday at 12 a.m., 11 p.m., late last night. 5, you keep trying to do it all alone. You've been stuck for how long now? And every time you start getting serious, you convince yourself it's not that bad. You start over again. You tell yourself you'll just be more consistent. You get frustrated when nothing changes. Meanwhile, my girls in my skinny group community actually lose the weight because they stop trying to guess their way there. The 21 days boot camp starts on February 24th, so join it. How to look skinny by tonight. Emergency snatch guide. Being is a lifestyle, but sometimes you need an emergency plan. Maybe you have a last minute event. Maybe an ex is about to see you. Or maybe you just refuse to wake up looking puffy and bloated. This is my emergency snatch plan to get you looking lean, tight, and effortless by tomorrow. Step 1 is to cut dairy and carbs. They're fake friends. Bloat is not an accessory. I don't care if it's healthy. I don't care if it's heavy, creamy, or starchy. It's gonna sit on you. Dairy inflames you. Bread, instant water retention. Even just a bite is enough to ruin the mission. You want to wake up model off-duty. Stick to lean protein, greens, and light fats. No drama, no regrets. I eat bread, I eat gluten, I eat dairy. I have nothing off limits. But when I am in for an emergency snatch plan because I have something to do tomorrow or the next day, a modeling shoot, I'm not having dairy or any carbs, gluten, bread, anything that bloats me is gone. Step 2 is to eat strategically. Watch your portions. When you're full, you have to stop eating. Even clean eating can bloat you if you're overeating. Portions should be small and controlled. No one last bite. No stuffing yourself because it's healthy. Today, you're eating light, lean, and intentional. Think grilled protein, veggie crisps, 0 excess, babe. Your stomach should feel flat, not full. Be ruthless about it. Step 3 is an Epsom salt bath and sauna. Sweat it out. Snatched girls don't hold water weight. Epsom salt baths are elite. 15 minutes in warm water pulls out that excess water weight and that excess bloat and leaves you looking tight. But if you have access to a sauna, do it. The sweat clears your skin, detoxes your body, and makes you look like you live off green juices and Pilates. Or if you don't even have a bath, stand in a hot shower. Step 4 is no gum, no fake sweeteners. Stop playing yourself. If it says sugar-free, it's lying to you. You think little sugar-free drinks, 0-calorie drinks, or artificial sweeteners are safe? Absolutely not. They cause bloating, gas, and water retention. You're drinking chemicals and expecting to look snatched. No. If you need something sweet, go for a piece of dark chocolate or fresh berries. Fake sugar is fake. Step 5, hydrate smart. Sipping equals yes, hydrate, but be smart. No guzzling gallons of water. That just makes you hold on to more water weight. Instead, sip, keyword sip, lemon tea, lemon water, peppermint tea, dandelion tea. They flush, depuff, and shrink your stomach. Peppermint tea, especially in my opinion, instant stomach flattener. If you're not drinking it, you're missing out. Step 6, green tea. It's an instant snatch. Green tea, I swear, makes me wake up a size smaller. I don't drink coffee, but green tea is snatch in a cup. Green tea flushes, burns, and tightens my whole body. I swear every single time I drink it, I wake up. Have a cup first thing in the morning. Your waistline will thank you. Step 7, ice roll, gua sha, and facial sculpting. Your face needs a workout too. You want to look expensive and effortless? Ice roll your face, gua sha your jawline, and massage your cheekbone. This is how you get that instant model bone structure. It will make you wake up looking like you get weekly facials. Step 8 is light movement. Legs, core, walking. Work out, but make it strategic. Heavy workouts, not today. That will make you hold on to more water. We're doing Pilates, a long walk, lots of twisting. Anything with twisting will wring out your core. A little short ab routine. Light workouts keep you tight and toned without the inflammation. Also, if you can do 5 minutes of leg work before bed, I swear it will make your legs look longer and leaner and help depuff them. Step 9 is black is a built-in slim filter in my book. Black is the color of being unbothered and tiny. Black instantly makes you look leaner. A high-waisted fit, a sleek silhouette, and structured pieces will snatch your body without effort. Vertical lines, yes. Oversized, baggy outfits, no. A chic black look is the easiest skinny hat. No workout required. Step 10 is posture equals instantly. Slouching makes you look 5 pounds heavier. Stand like you're expensive. You could literally be 5 pounds skinnier right now just by fixing your posture. Roll your shoulders back, engage your core, lift your chin. Slouching seriously adds weight. Standing correctly removes it. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it makes you look expensive and tiny. Fix it. And that is how you go from bloated to snatched in under 24 hours. No gimmicks, just science, strategy, and a little bit magic. Try this, and when you wake up looking like a Victoria's Secret angel, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe. Love you. Stay tiny, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. The number one reason that you can't lose those last 5 to 10 pounds, and it has nothing to do with food. Okay, this is gonna get some heat, but what do we like to hear on this channel? The truth. You want truth? I'll give you the truth. Cheers. I'm drinking my green tea. Okay, the reason you can't lose those last 5 pounds has nothing to do with food. It's because you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Period. If I want to stay, I would not surround myself with people who are fat and fine staying that way. Hear me out before you start crying in the comments. If I wanted to be rich, I wouldn't be hanging out with people who are broke and content with that. I just wouldn't. I would not be hanging out with people who are broke and fine with being broke and living the broke lifestyle. Like Ryan Fish says, if I wanted to be motivated, I wouldn't surround myself with people who are nonstop partying and then lazy, sleeping in late, drinking all the time. If I wanted to be motivated, I wouldn't waste my time surrounding myself with lazy people who lay in bed all day and play the victim and make excuses. If I wanted to be sober, I wouldn't surround myself with people who are blackout drunk every weekend. If I wanted to start my own business, I wouldn't take advice from people who have never built their own business or just failed over and over again. So why do you think losing weight is any different? If you're trying to lose those last 5 pounds and no matter what you do, they won't budge, look around. The energy you choose matters. The people you surround yourself with matters. Your environment is keeping you stuck. We all have heard from people, you're the sum of the people you surround yourself with. Let's be real. If everyone around you is complaining about their weight, constantly making excuses and just accepting where they are at, that mindset is rubbing off on you. The last 5 pounds, it's not just about eating right. It's about energy, discipline, and environment. If your friends always say these things, they're a red flag. Just enjoy yourself. Don't be strict. Why do you care so much about being? Then they are part of the problem. I love food just like anyone else. I love feeling good and looking good. And I think being skinny is sexy. You know, those people who are like, strong is sexy, is ugly. Okay. Is also beautiful. I don't think we need to put down one size. Like, oh, strong is beautiful, but skinny isn't. To me is beautiful. And I love being skinny. That's when I feel my best. So I don't want to be around people who are constantly making me feel like that's a bad thing and it's a bad thing to want to be. Okay, step 2 is you have way less wiggle room. Losing the first 20 pounds is completely different than losing the last 5 pounds. When you're already lean and you're trying to drop those last few pounds, you don't have as much wiggle room. Every little thing you do matters. Your routines, your workouts, your mindset, and your discipline. If you are surrounded by people who are not on the same page, it makes everything harder. You need to be around people who get it, people who hold you accountable. People who understand why you're ordering the clean menu instead of fries. People who are also leveling up. Step 3, are your friends secretly holding you back? They don't even realize they're doing it. This one is gonna hurt because I know you felt like this before. Some people just don't want you to level up because it makes them feel bad about where they're at. Whenever I lost weight, I lost a ton of friends. Oh, you're different now. No, babe, I'm just and getting more attention because I grew up. If you've ever had a friend say, you're already like, why are you trying to lose more? Live a little, stop being so strict. You don't need to work out today, just relax. Anything along those lines. Translation is they feel uncomfortable. They feel uncomfortable with your discipline. Your progress threatens them because it makes them reflect on something they're not doing. It's not always on purpose, but it's what's holding you back. And I hate to say it, but if you are the most disciplined person in your circle, it's time to find a new circle. Step 4 is build your support system. The right people is what makes all the difference. I always surround myself with people who push me and actually want to get better. Same energy, no excuses. You feel comfortable about wanting to lose the last 5 pounds. No one is going to shame you for wanting to lose weight. You can talk about losing 1 pound, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds with no one judging you or no one telling you you don't need to lose more weight. It's people who get it, girls who get it, who don't make you feel bad for wanting to be people who want to get better and actually show up, and it motivates you. Because when you surround yourself with the right energy, everything changes. I actually have 2 European group chats, so they're on a different time zone. Every single morning when I'm feeling a little slow or unmotivated, I open those chats and let me tell you, recipes that are they already are at their 10,000 steps. They show their workouts. They show their little day. It gets me right out of bed. And I created this community because I'm very lucky. I have a very badass older sister, always been super, super smart naturally. My younger sister, runner in college, okay? If anything, I've always felt like the odd one out. They're all strong. They're all successful. They're all super, super smart. And I've always been more creative, entrepreneurial is the word. I was smart too. I mean, I got great grades, but like they could go without studying, if that makes sense. Like my older sister could go and get an A on a test without studying, where like I had to study for 5 hours and go to teacher student hours and then maybe get an A. Like I pretty much managed getting straight A's, but I worked extremely hard at it, where my older sister is just extremely naturally smart. My mom, extremely smart. They're both finance baddies. My younger sister is getting her degree in business school and is a runner and is extremely smart. So very big competition with them, and we very motivated, very gets up, works out. My mom every morning is already up and running. Same with my older sister. She's training for a marathon, half marathon. My little sister with her training schedule, just very, a community of my family. It's very healthy. It's very motivating in all aspects of life. I wanted to kind of create a community like that for everyone because everyone should experience that. Step 5, a final wake-up call. If you're serious, you need to act like it. If you're watching this and you've been struggling to lose those last 5 pounds and you feel like you're doing everything right but you're still stuck, this is your wake-up call. Audit your environment. Look at the people around you. Ask yourself, are they helping you or are they holding you back? Because the truth is, if you want to be around people who are getting If you want to level up, be around people who are leveling up. Stop hanging out with people who are fine staying exactly where they are. Your energy is a choice. Choose better. If this video triggers you and hits you a little too hard, good. This is exactly what you need to hear. Losing weight, getting lean, hitting your goals is more than just food. It's discipline. It's who you surround yourself with. So if you're serious about leveling up, stop surrounding yourself with people who are comfortable staying the same. And if you need a circle of girls who actually get it, click the link in my Instagram bio and let's get together. I just want to give you 3 tips of the day. They're like examples of what I tell my group community. The first one is how to portion control without feeling restricted. And guess what? This one actually works. Take it or leave it. It's like secret tip. Once a week I say, what tips do you guys want to hear? And they drop it and I make videos or graphics or I post something about it. Okay, so how to portion control without feeling restricted. You say you want to eat less, but then go face first into a massive plate of the wrong shit and wonder why portion controlling feels like complete suffering. Babe, portion controlling isn't about eating like a sad little hamster. It's literally all about strategy. And if you're still out here playing yourself with a volume eating and thinking a bucket of lettuce is a meal, I need you to wake the up. Again, you don't just shrink your portions overnight. I talked about this. I used to be a soccer player. You know, it's a different sort of diet, I would say. Like, you weren't dieting, but there were restrictions. You would have to carb load the night before a game. My coach would want us to eat oatmeals and berries. After a game, we would have to drink chocolate milk. Then we would have to carb load. Like, it was certain things we could eat and couldn't eat. But again, we could eat a lot more. I was playing 4 hours of soccer a day. So I had a big appetite. So I had to shrink my portions slowly. If you shrink your portions too fast overnight, that's how you fail. One thing I did was blended my portions. And let me tell you, want to eat pasta? Cool, you can do that. Blend half your pasta with zoodles or spaghetti squash. Because I know for me personally, if I just went straight to zoodles or spaghetti squash, it wouldn't feel like that pasta feeling. So what you do is you put a small portion of regular pasta and put spaghetti squash or zoodles with it. Do you love your oat? Blend your oats with cauliflower rice. Blend your oats with some egg whites so you get more without the carb overload. You want that chicken fried rice? Add veggies. Again, we're not volume eating. We're not adding tons and tons of portions. It's just scaling back the carbs and the higher calorie things, making that a smaller portions and adding in some fiber or some fluff, if you will, but not a ton. It's not volume eating, but it's blending. Now you guys see me like I can just eat a small portion of regular pasta, and I couldn't do that at first. I like worked my way down. So when girls in my community ask me, I would say, okay, you know, make yourself a small little portion of pasta and then add in the spaghetti squash, add in the zoodles, blend it so it works. A personal hack I do sometimes when I'm home is Greek yogurt blended with ice. Trust me, it turns into a bigger creamy bowl of kind of like ice cream instead of like a sad little few bites that leave you unsatisfied and scavenging for snacks hours later. Portion control only is torture when you load yourself with the wrong stuff. If you're hoarding the highest calorie foods in tiny portions when you're not ready yet, of course it's going to be miserable. Now, of course, I can go out and I can have 5 little bites of noodles and I'm good because I trained myself. If you're not there yet, that's going to be miserable and horrible for you. So guess what? You're going to put those 5 little noodles with some veggies. The girls who stay effortlessly slim, they eat strategically so that they're actually full and stay looking good. So are you going to keep starving and binging, or are you going to eat like a genius? You decide. Another tip of the day, a girl asked me how to get slim, not stocky legs. The food and workout formula you're doing wrong. Okay. They asked me because I've talked about how I slimmed my legs. This is what I did, not what everyone should do. This is from me and my experience. If your legs are looking thicker than you want, for example, if you were an ex-soccer player like me, I played soccer up until my junior year of high school because I broke my foot. I was on the Olympic development team. I made varsity as a freshman. You get the picture. If you want to slim those soccer thunder thighs, and I can call them thunder thighs because people used to say I had thunder thighs. So just saying, it's your diet. You don't just bulk from exercise alone, just like you don't slim from exercise alone. It helps tone it, but it's about what you eat. You bulk up when your diet is fueling bulk instead of definition. If you want long, lean, slim legs and not thick and compact ones, you need to train for it, period. Again, I'm 5'6". As soon as I lost weight, my legs look like I'm 5'7" now. I swear, I look taller. Whenever I was thicker, my legs looked short. I don't have the longest legs. I have a longer torso, but now being my legs look like longer and leaner. So here's this leg secret, how to actually train and eat right. First, let's fix your workout, because I know some of you are out here training like linebackers. Heavy weights and sprints, stop. You're literally asking for thick legs. I personally think even incline walking elongates the muscles, it doesn't shrink it. Now let's talk about what is actually really making or breaking your leg shape, your diet. Cut back on the "but I need carbs" excuse. Pasta, rice, and bread isn't the enemy. You have nothing off limits. But if you're overloading, of course your muscles will look bigger. It holds on to more water. Lean protein, of course. More protein does not equal faster weight loss. It equals more muscle definition. You want to hold on to that muscle definition so your metabolism stays strong. Like, I know I like to be, but even when I like to have healthy muscle definition, long, lean muscle, so my metabolism stays great. So like egg whites, my protein shake, chicken, shrimp, steak. Lastly, stop eating like you're running a marathon. A long walk doesn't mean you need to refuel like you just played a soccer game. Eat for how you want to look, not what your fitness app tells you. I know for me that was a big one, is after a soccer game we had to refuel with some pasta, we had to drink the chocolate milk, we had to carb load, and after a walk you don't need to do that because you're not training for everything or anything. And lastly, the reality check. Your legs aren't thick because of squats. You know those trainers, oh, your legs are thick because you're doing squats. No, babe, they're thick because you're eating like someone who wants to build thick legs. Train light, eat lean, and stop overfueling for workouts that don't need it. Once you fix that, your legs will start to look exactly how you want. Long, lean, and effortlessly slim. Now go eat and train like a legend, not like a pro athlete. Okay, the third tip, how to ignore late night hunger and stay. If you're starving before bed every night, let me be honest, it's your fault. And I'm not saying, obviously, to lose weight you need to be a little bit hungry, because hungry to bed, hungry to rise makes a girl a smaller size. That's just point blank period. I'm not saying a little bit hungry, because if you lose weight, in reality you're just gonna have to be a little bit hungry to go to bed. If you're starving to bed, that's your fault. That's your fault. I'm not talking a little bit of hunger, I'm talking starving. That's literally your fault. You're either under eating by a huge calorie deficit, you're under eating a lot during the day. That's what you don't do. Again, I lost all my weight portion controlling, but I know I was only like in 100, 200 calorie deficit and added in more steps. Or you're playing yourself with the fake hunger, fake cravings. One of those three things is your problem. And no, you don't need a snack just because you're watching Netflix. That's how you wake up puffy, bloated, and wondering why the scale isn't moving. I don't care if it's a 200 calorie snack, a 50 calorie snack. That's why I don't count calories. There's a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's just 200 calories. I'll eat it. Oh, well, I have 200 calories left I could eat. That's why I didn't count calories. I counted portions. So here's the secret on how to shut down the cravings like a pro. Here's the real way to ignore hunger cravings at night, and it's not just drink water. 1. Be strategic with dinner. If you're eating plain chicken and salad at 6 p.m., of course you're going to be hungry later, because who the wants to eat that? Make sure your dinner has protein, fiber, and fat. A lean protein, lean veggies, and add a little bit of avocado or a little bit of olive oil. This keeps you fuller longer and prevents the oops, I'm starving moment at 10 p.m. Also, make sure your dinner is something you like to eat. Like, make sure it's salmon with avocado, or, you know, the protein and the veggie that you actually like to eat, not just boring, unseasoned chicken and broccoli. 2. The fake hunger test. If you're hungry, drink tea or flavored electrolyte water and wait 10 minutes. If you forget you were hungry, congrats. It was a craving, not real hunger. If you're still hungry, move to step 3. But a way I like to do this is to set a 10-minute timer on my phone. Okay, 3 is the sleep hack. Being tired mimics hunger. So if you're dragging through the day and running on caffeine, your body is tricking you into thinking you need food before bed when you actually need sleep. If you must have something before bed, keep it to one thing, like a spoonful of Greek yogurt or a hard-boiled egg, so you don't start full-on snack attack, just limiting it to one thing. You can tell yourself, whatever I'm craving, I can have it in the morning, and 9 times out of 10 you don't want it in the morning. So if you're like hungry and you're like, yeah, I'm hungry, I want this, say, hey, look, you can have that first thing in the morning when you wake up, and 9 times out of 10 you don't want it. 4. Newsflash, if you're trying to lose weight, you're gonna be hungry before bed. That's just part of the game. Hunger is not an emergency. You won't die if you don't eat something at 11 p.m. You're just uncomfortable, and guess what? Leaning out means you have to be okay with some hunger because your body is adjusting. So instead of running to the kitchen, run to bed and get some sleep. The scale will thank you in the morning. Girls, don't let late night cravings control them. They control themselves. If you're always hungry at night, fix what you're eating during the day. That's the real tea. And don't let tiredness trick you into overeating. And most importantly, accepting that a little hunger is part of the process. Cravings don't own you, you own them. Now go to bed skinny. Lastly, this is controversial, but mouth taping is a game changer. I would start mouth taping if you struggle with late night hunger or late night snacking. Strap that thing on because it tricks your mind that the kitchen is closed. First of all, it physically shuts your mouth. Second of all, I use the Skinni Confidential one. This is not sponsored. They're pink. They're linked in my shop. Physically strapping your mouth full so you can't open it and shove food in because your mouth is taped. Second of all, it's that mind connection. Like every single time I put it on, my body knows that the kitchen is closed and there's no more eating for the night. Like you literally can't fit more food in your mouth when you have a mouth tape on. It's funny because you're physically taping your mouth shut. Also, the main important thing is letting your body know, like, look, anytime I put on my mouth tape, kind of like brushing your teeth. When you brush your teeth, your body knows there's no more eating. Kind of same thing with mouth tape. Brush your teeth and then put on your mouth tape and it's like, okay, I'm going to bed. You communicated with your body. Like once I put this on, no more eating. The first step to getting is building this mindset. You can't get without building mindset. You can either be triggered by the words or accept that you want to be. I find it so funny that people are afraid to admit they want to be. They tiptoe around the word so much. They say they would rather lose a pant size. Oh, I want to feel better in my jeans. I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. But in reality, they want to be. They want to be stronger, but they won't admit they want to be. And it's okay to admit that you want to be in a smaller body. It's okay to embrace that you want to be. That's the first step to not being triggered, is embracing that you want to be lean. I find it so funny that dietitians will be like, oh, it's good to be strong or healthy. Don't use the word. But in reality, people who are trying to get stronger, guess what? They're trying to lose weight. A lot of them are going from obese to lose weight, and they're not being like, oh, I want to be. They're like, oh, I want to be strong. They're tiptoeing around it. Okay, to say that you want to be in a smaller body, you want to be. And that's the first step to literally being is the mindset. Okay, I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Kisses, my loves.